Hi everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day out in your garden. Today I'm going to be doing something that I like to call shopping the garden for free plants. And this is something that I like to do about once or twice a year. It's kind of nice to do it in the spring and then nice to do it in the fall again. And last night I was cutting back some of my peonies and just looking around in general at the garden as a landscape and just thinking, it would be nice to have a fall colored shrub here, something with nice red leaves. Maybe I need a little bit more winter interest over here. Or maybe I've planted an annual that's a certain foliage color and now I really like that and I'm ready to go ahead and take the plunge and put either a shrub there or a perennial of the same color. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And it's kind of nice because I love getting new shrubs, and I kind of save all the money that I can to invest in those easy care shrubs. But sometimes it's nice too to just take a look around at what you already have and think, oh, maybe that shrub is a little bit buried there, or maybe it would look a little bit better here, So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So let's kind of start at the entrance of the garden, of the main flower walk. We'll walk through, I'll show you the holes, and then I'll show you what I plan to put there. We can kind of shop the garden for free plants, as we say. All right, let me show you. All right, so as we kind of enter the garden from this way, from the driveway, the main hole that I have here is over here in this garden. So I've got I got a serviceberry right here, which is starting to turn that nice orange color. I've got the 9-bark, which looks beautiful, a holly and some grass. And then you see, as I get on further, this is where I have my kind of milkweed stand. But then I have an area over here where kind of whatever a junk tree has appeared, and that's where I want to put something, because right in front of there, this hole right here is my Festiva Maxima peonies. So I can't put anything there, but I can put something behind there. And so what I'm thinking is a crepe myrtle, which I've buried on the other side of the garden. So let me turn the camera around. Sorry, I try to do this slowly and show you that crepe myrtle. So a few years ago, I was at my girlfriend's nursery and she had some crepe myrtles come in that came in without labels and she didn't know what they were. And so I think she marked them down like 75% off. So I just bought them. And here in my zone 6B, they kind of die back to the ground sometimes, and sometimes they don't, depending on what kind of winter we have. So they never really get big, is what I'm trying to say. So way back there, you probably can't even see it because, I buried it, is one of those crepe myrtles. So I'm gonna go ahead and move that crepe myrtle to back over there, and I think it'll really be much nicer and happier there. It's really no sense that I have it back there, you can't even see it. And over there, we can enjoy it. Let me show you what that crepe myrtle looks like, because I have a duplicate when it is, exposed and you can see it nicely. Let's head over to that garden. So here's the other crepe myrtle that I have, a sister crepe myrtle to the one we're gonna move, so we can see what it looks like when it's given the chance to grow and flourish and be seen. And this one's actually started to take on its fall color already. And it's really, really beautiful. I just love the leaves. I love the flowers it gets. This one gets pink flowers. But this is as big as crepe myrtles get around here, because like I say, a lot of times they just are dying back to the ground every winter. In fact, this is probably the first year where they haven't died back to the ground. So I think it'll be a nice texture to have one over there. So let's just get to it. All right, I got the crepe myrtle planted. I did a little bit of weeding around it, and I'm so excited now that I can really see this crepe myrtle in all her glory. And won't she be great when she turns red? So let me turn the camera around so we can get a closer look. So I think this really looks nice. And you know, just what this space needed. It really needed some height here. It needed some fall color. And you know, try to imagine it too with that peony foliage still up and the milkweed still up, even though I've taken it down for the season. It's going to be nice and full, different structure, different color. And you know, if you lived in a more southern zone than me where the crepe myrtle gets really big, sure, the crepe myrtle wouldn't be a good choice for right here. But I just wanted to show you that, you know, just moving a plant that you already have sometimes can breathe new life into a space for no money at all. So let me now show you another spot that I want to fill. So if we travel down this side of the border, we come to an area that I've only just dug up this year to turn into a garden, because this border used to kind of end right here, and we used to have chairs here and grass, and then that was a separate garden. And this was the first year I started to kind of merge the gardens. So I have a succession of zinnias here, which is, I'm not using them anymore. They have powdery mildew now. But I like the look of this lime thyme coleus in this general area. I think I want to move it up a little bit, that color. So I have two King's Gold false cypress, which are currently buried underneath grasses on the side of the house. So I think I'm going to bring one of them over here, pull out a couple of these zinnias because they really have no use to me anymore, and I'm going to put that King's Gold false cypress right here, and I get two things. I get the gold color and I get an evergreen. So let me show you that plant and we'll get moving. All right guys, so here's where the King's Gold false cypress is. You can see I have two of them, and I've completely buried them under these grasses. I've moved these guys 3 times since I bought them. I think I got them for $5 on clearance, and I thought, well, even just if I cut the whole plant, just, you know, as an evergreen cut, it'll be worth the $5. But you know, they're a beautiful plant. I want to move them and be able to see them and utilize them. So let me get my shovel over here and we'll get these moved. On my way back to get this shovel, I want to show you that the driveway garden has got absolutely wild. This is my dahlia area, and so you see I cut them all, you know, to sell, so there's not too much to see, but it certainly exploded. Okay, back to work. All right guys, I think that looks much better. What do you think? I think it just needed to be tucked back in a little bit further, and I've lost a lot of foliage over on my big hosta, so next year when it comes back, it will really almost touch that and look really beautiful. And then what I decided to do was move the lace cap hydrangea over here, and then I had like a blue hydrangea here. I moved it just over there for now to the white garden, just till I see what I want to do with it. But I think that's really nice, and I think I'm really going to appreciate this mainly once everything else goes to bed for the season and I have still some color over in this section, because really, you know, I'll have this evergreen, and then I have a abelia over there behind the Annabelle hydrangea. That's a semi-evergreen. But, you know, I really want to work on getting a little more evergreen in the borders. And so I think that'll be really nice. All right, guys, well, I think that brings me to the end of my time in the garden for today. Well, at least my time in the garden this morning. I'm sure I'll be back in the evening doing something else. But, you know, that was really enjoyable to just look around and think, hey, maybe this shrub would be a little bit better over here, or you know, maybe I need a little bit of evergreen interest over there, and just nice to shop the garden because, you know, it doesn't cost any money, and fall is a great time to be moving things around. As long as you get things in the ground and moved before 6 weeks before your hard freeze, which is 28 degrees Fahrenheit, everything will be fine. You know, you just want to water them in good, mulch them up. So that's what I'll be doing before I head inside. But, you know, anyway, I just wanted to take some footage of what I was up to in the garden today. I'm always so thankful for the time we can spend together. And as always, until next time, happy gardening. Bye!